Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Patreon page. It is B's Intuition on Patreon. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. So somebody is about to have to make some type of life-altering decision. This could be you, or this could be, like somebody else. I feel like that whoever this is, that is about to have to make some type of life-altering decision, I feel like that they've been feeling a certain type of way for a long time. So it's giving me, like indecisiveness. So somebody, could be indecisive about making some type of life-altering decision, This could be, so somebody, could have an opportunity to, like move to another state, for a better job or a better life. But, when it comes, like to, the decision to, like move, for, like a better life, like somebody, could be indecisive because it's like, well, all my family is here or, like it could just be excuses, maybe somebody is scared, to make a decision is also what I'm picking up. But I feel like whoever, this is that has to make some type of life altering decision, I feel like that they've been feeling it for, like a long time. This could literally be, like somebody choosing to separate or divorce, this could be, like somebody that's been on a job, for 20 years. And it's like, they feel like, that, like they're just at a standstill with this job, they're not moving forward. But there is a life-altering decision that definitely, has to be made. So let's just hop in and see what's going on, y'all. At the bottom of the deck, we got, you got mail. So somebody could receive, like a letter. And that could, cause, like somebody to have to make some type of life-altering decision. But this you got mail card is like, like the internet. So something about the internet could be significant. Somebody, could receive an email. And that could be, like where they, find out that they have to make some type of life-altering decision out here. Holy Spirit. Yeah, we got the sit down and have a conversation card. So somebody, could, want to sit down and have a conversation with somebody. Somebody, could be in a wheelchair out here. Something is handicapping somebody. Or, or there is somebody in somebody's life, that, they're, like handicapping somebody. They're holding somebody back out here. This could be, like somebody, like just holding their own selves back. Maybe somebody, has, like been holding themselves back, from like having some type of conversation or speaking from the heart. And maybe they realize that it's time. But we got the lesson card at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, could be learning a lesson, or somebody, has already learned a lesson. So with that being said, going back to, like the life-altering decision, somebody has learned some type of lesson. And so, now somebody, realizes that it's time to make, like this life-altering decision out here. Or the fact of the matter is, like somebody has, like chosen to do something, and like it's, like affecting their life, or it's going to affect their life, like in a big way, and this could be, like a lesson for somebody. Give me another one, please, Holy Spirit. This is tug of war. So back and forth. So somebody, could have been, like going back and forth, in their mind when it comes to a decision. This is like somebody, like going back, like to the job situation. So, like somebody, like they drive all the way to another state just to work, going back and forth, and it could, be like taking a toll, on somebody. And so, they could have to make a life altering decision just to decide to, like move, to where their job is, so that, it could relieve, like some type of stress or some type of pressure out here. Somebody definitely, could be pulling on somebody's energy as well, because that is the pulling on the energy card. At the bottom of the deck, we got the grass is greener on the other side. The grass ain't greener on the other side. So that could be what somebody, could be realizing, that the grass ain't greener on the other side. I feel like if that's the case, like somebody has already went to the other side. So somebody, they chose the other side and they realized that it's not for them. Now they want to come back to, like the other side. Because this is also too, like picking sides. Give me one more, please. Somebody could get their car towed. That's for somebody, not everybody. But we got Pandora's box. Pandora's box has been opened. So there definitely, could be, like some type of chain of events that could be, like taking place with Pandora's box being open. But this is also too, like being released. Something being released. I feel like somebody, especially with this pulling on the energy and, this being, like release, somebody's energy definitely is being restored out here. There's also somebody, that, like, they could be, like tired of, like going back and forth or whatever they're tired of going back and forth with or about, and like they could just release it, they could just, like throw their hands up and be like, God, it's all yours, you deal with it, Wow. Why does it sit down and have a conversation here? We got the star card that fell on the floor. So something about, like somebody, like taking a fall. I don't know. Like somebody, could have, like fell in love with somebody. I don't know. But with this star card, this is giving me somebody that's well known. Somebody, could be a star. I could be picking up, like on a celebrity's energy because, celebrities do watch, spiritual channels. But this is also too healing. Somebody, could be a healer out here because that's what I'm picking up as well. Somebody, could be a doctor. Somebody, could be, like, this star card, it's really giving me, like, somebody, being like a humanitarian, so, like somebody gives more than they receive, like somebody's, like somebody, gives a lot of support, gives a lot of help. Aquarius energy. So there's an Aquarius involved. And then we got the moving forward card, but it came out in the reverse. I don't know. Like somebody, could reveal to somebody, like why, like they're stagnant or why, like some stuff is going on. Somebody could lose their car. Somebody could get their car towed. Somebody literally, could like turn over a car, like so get in a car wreck and, like the car could flip. But somebody's a flip-flopper out here. Somebody, going back to, like somebody, thought that the grass was greener on the other side. And then when they got on the other side, they found out that, like the grass isn't greener. And so, now they want to, like go back to the other side. Somebody's first name or last name could start with an S or a C. Somebody could be from South Carolina. Somebody definitely, could have to start all over. At the bottom of the deck, we got the contract card, the documents and paperwork card. So somebody, could want to sit down and have a conversation with somebody about a contract. Or they can want to, sit down and have a conversation about, like some type of documents and paperwork. Somebody, could be being released out of a contract. This literally could be, like a spiritual contract. There could be, like some documents or some information, that could be released out here. Why is this Pandora's box here? The sheep hears the voice of the shepherd. So something, somebody, definitely, could, like again, throw their hands up and be like, God have at it, I can't do it no more. I can't deal with it no more. So it could be, somebody opening up Pandora's box, like some chain of events that could be taking place, could be, like taking a toll on whoever this is. But I feel like when it comes to, like a life-altering decision, I feel like it's because, like some stuff is taking place. Some stuff is taking place, like in somebody's life. But it could be because, they chose, to, go see if the grass was greener on the other side. And they find out that it's not. But it's too late, This is like, like somebody playing with Pandora's box, And then, they know that it's going to open. If you play with it enough, it'll open. And so then, like, they're really not expecting it for it to open, but then it opens, and then, a whole lot of stuff, like, starts to happen, a whole lot of changes, like, start to take place in somebody's life. But it's not, like, good changes. Yeah, there definitely is a change in the wind that's about to take place. For sure. So it definitely could have something to do with, like that life-altering decision that somebody has to make. There definitely could be somebody, that could be tired of going back and forth with somebody, and they could want to, like mend something with somebody. But I feel like that, it's the person that already went to the other side to see if the grass was greener. And they realize that, like your grass is greener, or, like somebody else's grass is greener. So, they want to, like come back and mend, and make things right because, they realized that, the grass wasn't greener. But somebody, could be letting go. So going back to, releasing. This is also, too, like somebody, like surrendering to the Most High God. Surrendering to the light. Somebody definitely could be trying to clean something up out here. Somebody, could be trying to clean up, like a mess that somebody made. I'm also picking up, too, that, like somebody, could be trying to go to God. Like, God, I made this mess, and I need you to help me clean it up. And I feel like that God definitely could be like, So going back to, the lesson. So somebody, could be about to learn a lesson. This is like, like somebody, like going to God only when things are bad, and God is like, why is it every time you come it's bad? You can't just never, sit on your porch and talk to me, you can't never, it's always when stuff is going bad, you want to come to me. And so I feel like like God could be like, not this time, buddy. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, we got confession. So somebody definitely, has something to tell somebody out here. We got a guardian. So somebody, could be, like a guardian of a kid or some kids. Somebody, could be about to take over, like some type of guardianship out here. But somebody definitely needs to know that, there is a loved one that definitely is watching over somebody. So with this coming out, this is like, it's giving me, like somebody was expecting for something to happen to somebody. But this is like, like I was picking up on, like a car rolling over, or, like somebody being in a wheelchair. Somebody, could have been expecting something, like dangerous or bad to happen to somebody. But like there's a loved one, that, It's watching over somebody, you know, to, yeah, like, make sure, you know, that, yeah, like, they're safe. I feel like that there's multiple guardian angels that's around somebody. There's also somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, they could, you know, like, have some type of realization, you know, that, yeah, like, they were, you know, like, saved, you know, like, so, yeah, like, guardian angels, you know, were, like, around them when something happened and they were saved out here. I don't know, somebody, you know, could be getting saved, you know. Somebody, you know, could be getting baptized. I don't know. There could be somebody, you know, that could be trying to be like, yeah, I know that God saved you for me. You know, you're just the one, you know. But I feel like this is somebody that already went to see if the grass was greener on the other side, and they found out that it wasn't. Whoever this is, yeah, they could be a narcissist. So, yeah, there's some guardian angels, you know. Some ancestors, some spirit guides, you know. Yeah, some of somebody's spiritual team that definitely is watching over somebody, but they're also watching whoever this is. Somebody definitely is too full of themselves out here. I mean, maybe somebody, you know, could be realizing, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, like, they're too full of themselves. The father wounds card keeps coming out. So something about somebody's father. Or somebody, you know, they have, you know, like, some type of healing that they need to do when it comes to their father. Somebody's father is a big influence on their behavior now as an adult. Somebody has challenges with connecting to divine masculine energy within them externally. Yeah, we got they'll be back. So somebody is being told to expect to hear from somebody soon out here. Somebody, you know, could receive, you know, like a letter. Because y'all see it's a letter. Or this is like a love message. Why is this guardian here? If somebody's father has passed away, they definitely, yeah, is the lost, is the loved one that's watching over somebody out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, they want to sit down and have a conversation with somebody. It could have something to do with, you know, like mending and healing. For somebody, it could be somebody's father, you know. But either way it goes, somebody's being told to use caution. There goes that, yeah, protect the heart. But somebody definitely, yeah, they need to, you know, like heal their heart, or they need to heal some type of wounds out here. Yeah, somebody's being told to find out more information, you know. Possibly, yeah, before moving forward on something, you know. Yeah, because somebody's lost out here. Or there's somebody, you know, that feels lost without somebody, but it's giving me, yeah, like somebody, you know, that, yeah, was all up in somebody's energy, you know. And now that they're not up in somebody's energy, yeah, like stuff is not going good for whoever this is. Yeah. There's a door that's open for somebody. And so, yeah, it's time for somebody to move on. So something about, yeah, like somebody not moving forward, you know, like on a situation. But somebody, you know, like needing to move forward on a situation, if that makes any sense. So this is going back to, yeah, somebody being indecisive, or somebody, you know, like being scared to make some type of decision. You know, one day, you know, they want, you know, like they're like, nah, I'm not going to move forward on this. And then the next day it's kind of like, yeah, I'm moving forward, you know, on this, you know. But I feel like somebody is unavailable. Something is a waste of time. Something is over out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like trying to infiltrate somebody's dreams, or somebody, you know, could be, you know, like having some type of dreams. This could be vivid dreams. But this is like, yeah, like somebody thinking that they're, you know, gonna come back in somebody's life, and it's kind of like, yeah, in your dreams. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be dreaming of somebody. But we got deadly words. So somebody, you know, could have used some type of deadly words, you know, like against somebody out here. So with the sheep, here's the voice of the shepherd. This is like, yeah, like the Most High God, appalled by some words that somebody, you know, had said. Wow. Somebody's a whole narcissist out here. Somebody is a whole narcissist out here, for real. We got the Mercury retrograde. So this is giving me like what goes around comes around, because, you know, the Mercury retrograde, you know, it comes back, you know, every couple of months, or, you know, whenever it comes back. So something about, yeah, what goes around comes around, karma. But something about, yeah, like somebody's vehicle. Somebody, you know, could be having some type of vehicle issues. I feel like something, you know, yeah, like it happened, you know, this is like, you know, like somebody being scared, you know, to the point to where, yeah, like they almost have a heart attack, or they do have a heart attack. So I feel like like there could be an event that could take place, you know, that could really, you know, like shake somebody out here. But something about, yeah, like somebody using, you know, like deadly words, like on the internet, or, you know, like when they're communicating out here, or something about, yeah, some threats. We got others' opinions. So somebody feels bound by their culture, their family's beliefs on how they should live their life. This is somebody, you know, that claims to be working towards breaking free from limiting themselves based on their beliefs. But it goes back to, yeah, like that indecisive energy that I was picking up. Whoever this is, yeah, they're worried about other people's opinions when it comes to their life. This is going back to the beginning of the message, you know, like, so somebody, you know, yeah, they have an, you know, an opportunity, you know, like to start a new life, you know, but it could be, you know, like, yeah, in another state, away from their family, you know, and so, yeah, like this person, you know, they go and talk to their family, and they're like, yeah, I had this great opportunity, you know, to start a new life, you know, but, you know, it's all the way in California, you know, and somebody lives in New York, and yeah, like, you know, like their family members is like, well, why would you do that? You know, we can't, you know, get to, you know, California, or, you know, yeah, it's like, yeah, like somebody's allowing themselves to handicap them, other people to handicap them. Yeah, it definitely could have something to do with, yeah, moving. Yeah, somebody, you know, could have the opportunity, you know, like to do something to better their life, and it can have something to do with moving. Somebody, you know, could be changing residences, but it's something about yeah, like somebody, you know, worried about other people's opinions. Somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, like their guardian angels are moving on their behalf out here. So regardless of what's going on, you know, this don't have to necessarily be a love situation. I mean, it's looking like it is, but this could be like a job, you know. So yeah, like there's a boss, you know, that, yeah, they know that somebody, you know, is a, you know, like a great leader, you know, at the job. Somebody, is a hard worker in the job. But yeah, for whatever reason, they just don't want to, like promote somebody. They just don't want, somebody, to, like have a raise, and so, yeah, somebody decides, well, you know what, I'm just going to put my 2 weeks notice in. And so, like, somebody puts their 2 weeks notice in, and yeah, they're getting prepared to start a new job. And then, like the old job calls back and it's like, yeah, well, we've tried to hire multiple people, and they really don't fit, your position. And so, yeah, we would, want to know, if you would, accept the opportunity to come back, we'll give you, an extra dollar, or yada yada. But yeah, like somebody, deserves a promotion, not just a dollar. Uh-huh. Yeah, we got broken wishbone. So there is a wish that will not be granted. Somebody definitely, yeah, could break a bone out here. But something about, yeah, like somebody healing, like it's not gonna happen. But this is also too, yeah, like somebody, like going to God, asking God, for some type of help. And God is like, yeah, I done helped you multiple times. And then, you went back to do the same thing, that, yeah, you were supposed to have learned from. So why would you expect me to help you, again, when I know what you're going to do? Mm-hmm. But there's a wish that definitely, yeah, will not be granted to somebody out here for sure. Mm-hmm. Whoever this is, yeah, they have some type of dissatisfaction with life out here. So this is somebody, yeah, like they don't even, appreciate life. So that could be, what the Most High God could be, like talking to this person about. It could be, yeah, the Most High God, like sitting this person down and actually telling this person, like, look, all the prayers and wishes that you've been praying for and wishing for, it ain't happening. And I'm going to tell you why. Mm-hmm. First of all, yeah, you're not even thankful for the life, like you've been given. You're not even thankful, for, yeah, me allowing the guardian angels to save you, when you decided to drive drunk, and flip a car. Or, yeah, you didn't appreciate, when, I did give you, like the spotlight, and yeah, like, you used it, for bad. So, yeah, like, Yeah, whoever this is, they're a sneaky fox anyway. Mm-hmm. Somebody does, yeah, bad business is what I just heard. Somebody, yeah, they thought that the grass was greener on the other side, and they could have taken some type of, deal, and so, yeah, they found out that it was a bad deal, and now they want to come back, to the other side. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be waiting for some news, package, letter. But that's literally, yeah, how we started out the beginning of the message. Somebody with this bird perch, this is giving me, like, somebody, could be waiting for, like, some news from their spiritual team. Maybe somebody, has reached out to their spiritual team. Maybe somebody's spiritual team has been waiting for them to reach out. And then, yeah, like they finally reach out. But it's after, yeah, they opened up Pandora's box. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, they have a whole lot of obstacles to overcome, and I feel like it's because, yeah, they opened up Pandora's box. But this is also giving me too, like, like somebody, like, yeah, like coming into somebody's life just to disturb somebody's peace. Like just to try to make a mockery out of somebody, and then, yeah, like think that, like they get to walk away, like that they get the last laugh. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a two-faced friend involved. This could be a feminine energy. This is also too, yeah, with this cat, this is giving me, yeah, like intuition. Something about, yeah, somebody's intuition out here. Somebody's being told, yeah, to trust their intuition. So if they have to make, like the person, that, yeah, like they know that they, their intuition, is on, if they have to make some type of life altering decision, yeah, somebody's being told to trust their intuition. Yep, we got wind chimes. Somebody, could have wind chimes. But something about, yeah, a change in the wind. So be aware of a sneaky fox trying to act like that they want to bring some type of peace and harmony, to a situation. Either this is somebody, that, yeah, could have caused somebody, to have some type of obstacles, that somebody, has had to overcome. Or, yeah, this is somebody, yeah, for their fake, fraud, and phony, energy that they've been projecting, yeah, they're going to have to, like, face these obstacles, and either they can overcome these obstacles or not. Somebody definitely is about to enter into a period of prosperity and abundance out here. So be aware of the sharks. Be aware of the, yeah, sneaky foxes. But I feel like that somebody, they entered into open water, or, yeah, like they went to the other side to see if the grass was greener, and now whoever this is, yeah, they definitely, yeah, could be about to, like take some type of loss of material wealth, or they've already have. Or this is somebody, that could have caused, like somebody to do so. And now it's kind of like, yeah, now they have to face, like their obstacles, But somebody, yeah, whatever obstacles were put in somebody's place, yeah, somebody, could have overcome those obstacles. But whoever this is, I feel like that, yeah, like they're not strong enough, especially when it comes to, yeah, like mentally, they're not mentally strong enough to overcome, like these obstacles. But I feel like it's one word, that could have changed everything, or it's one, like decision, that could have changed everything, or it could be, yeah, like that life altering decision. Either somebody has already made one, or, yeah, like they could have already made one, and then it could have affected their life in a bad way, and so, yeah, now they have to make another one, to try to fix it. It says, the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts. Even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next, you are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. So that's what somebody needs to know. The one, that, yeah, like they have faced their obstacles, and, yeah, overcame their obstacles, or, yeah, like continuing to face the obstacles, that are put in their way, and still, yeah, challenging those obstacles and overcoming those obstacles. Yeah, somebody needs to know that, yeah, like their recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. Somebody's prayers and wishes ain't being heard. They mad. Because I feel like they were going the wrong way, or it goes back to, yeah, one word changed everything, yeah, some type of life altering decision that they made, yeah, it changed everything. So somebody needs to know that, yeah, the journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over, so, yeah, hold on. So it goes back to, yeah, somebody, had patience, strength, and perseverance to overcome. And they still are, especially when it comes to the past. Somebody else, yeah, they don't have the patience, strength, or perseverance to overcome, like the past. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the result of your actions. So whoever this is, they could have, yeah, been gossiping about somebody or spreading rumors about somebody. So, yeah, going back to the deadly words, but going back to, yeah, God is appalled. Because it's kind of like how you gossiping and spreading rumors about somebody, and you dissatisfied with life, But that could be, yeah, one of the main reasons why this person, could have been gossiping, spreading rumors about somebody, lying about somebody. But it's, yeah, because of their pain, because of what they got going on. Because of, yeah, one word, you know, that changed their life, or one, you know, like decision that changed their life. This is like somebody, you know, that chose, you know, to go left, you know, and so, yeah, they committed a crime, and so now they're a felon, and they're mad, you know, at somebody because somebody chose to go right, you know, and yeah, like, they're prospering. Crazy work. We got lack of reciprocation. So whoever this is, they take and never give. This is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, even, you know, like, yeah, when the Most High God, you know, has answered prayers, you know, has granted wishes, whoever this is, yeah, they've never really, you know, like, yeah, given, you know, like, God the glory, you know, for, yeah, granting the prayers and the wishes, you know, they've never reciprocated, you know, like, yeah, anything, you know, that, yeah, like, has been given to them. And they think that, yeah, like, a wish is going to be granted. This is like, yeah, like, you know, somebody, you know, saying, somebody saying, you know, yeah, like, God, you know, if you just, you know, get me out of this situation, you know, I'll be the most grateful person, you know, ever. And then, yeah, God, you know, gets this person out of the situation, and then, yeah, they walk around talking about, yeah, if it wasn't for me, you know, I wouldn't, I would, you know, if it wasn't for me, you know, but yeah, 10 minutes before that, yeah, they was praying to God to get them out of the situation. I don't know. I feel like that whoever this is, they're being taught a lesson, yeah, by the Most High God. Not by their ancestors, by the Most High God. I mean, their ancestors, you know, yeah, they could be in the midst. But yeah, the Most High God is teaching whoever this is a lesson. We got mother involved, so somebody's mother could be involved in something out here. Whoever this is, yeah, they're not happy for you. Somebody's mother definitely is involved in something. So it goes. So whoever this is, yeah, with this mother involved, this is like, yeah, like somebody being a mama's boy, or, you know, yeah, like going back to, yeah, like somebody worrying about other people's opinions. And so one of, you know, like the biggest opinions that whoever this is worried about is, yeah, like their mother, but they're a grown person. Somebody needs to go to the doctor as well. I feel like it's a mental doctor. Because, yeah, they got mental issues. And, you know, not trying to offend people with mental issues. Because, you know, I feel like that literally everybody deals with some type of mental issue. But this one, yeah, like, especially, yeah, with that narcissist. But, yeah, somebody's not happy for somebody out here. Somebody could have listened, you know, like to, you know, like their mother, or, you know, like to some people around them, you know, so they could have been told some lies about somebody, you know, so those could be the people that were gossiping about somebody, spreading rumors about somebody, lying about somebody. But whoever they listen to, they're a pathological liar, or whoever this is, they're a pathological liar. So yeah, whoever this is, they lie about anything big or small. And I feel like that, yeah, they done told a lot of lies, big and small. They could have told a lot of lies, big and small, to their family, or, you know, yeah, vice versa. Somebody in their family, you know, could have told, you know, like lies to this person, big and small, to make them, you know, like feel the way that they feel. But yep, we got struggling with a decision. So somebody definitely is struggling with a decision out here. Somebody's mother could be involved with, yeah, like helping to cause somebody, you know, like to struggle with some type of decision out here. But whatever, you know, like somebody has done, yeah, it's been an epic fail. But this is also too, yeah, like, you know, like, yeah, like, so somebody struggles with decisions, you know, and so, yeah, they listen to all the wrong people every time, you know, they struggle with a decision. And then, you know, instead of, yeah, like listening to the Most High God, instead of, you know, like listening, you know, to, yeah, like their spiritual team. And so then, you know, going back to, yeah, they go to their spiritual team, or they go to the Most High God, you know, and it's like, well, I'm struggling with this decision, you know, can you help me? And, you know, yeah, the God, or, yeah, like their spiritual team is like, man, you done came to us 20 times in the last month, and we done told you exactly what you needed to do, and you ain't do it. You went the opposite way. So what? Epic fail. Somebody's about to be free of something. And I feel like it has something to do with, yeah, like God. But this is also giving me too, yeah, like, like somebody, yeah, being free and some stuff, and instead of, yeah, like them thanking God, yeah, like, they say if it wasn't for me or, my partner, them, yeah, they don't show no reverence to God. We got ancestor visit. So somebody, could, yeah, receive some type of ancestor visit. So it could have something to do with, like, somebody's passed away father, or, this could be, yeah, like a, like a guardian angel, or, I mean, it does say ancestor visit. So, there is somebody, from the spirit realm that definitely, yeah, could pay somebody a visit out here. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, they lied about having feelings for somebody, for sure. Ooh, we got this. So that's what I was picking up. Car rolling over, somebody in a wheelchair. So somebody, could have tried to stage some type of death out here, but it was an epic fail. Or somebody, yeah, they lied about it. Somebody's mother is involved in something. And whoever this is, they know that you're serious about life. I don't know. If somebody's father passed away, somebody's mother is involved with some type of staged death out here. I don't know if somebody, was trying to stage somebody's death, like to get some money. But we did, yeah. We saw the contract card, the documents and paperwork card. This done got deep. Yeah, we got a cocky backstabber. So there's a cocky backstabber out here. I feel like, yeah, that somebody in this situation is willing to do anything for some money. For sure. Somebody, could feel like that somebody's a threat. So that could be why, they try to stage a death, or I don't know. Or this is like, yeah, like somebody, opening up Pandora's box. So, like somebody, could be, yeah, like a walking Pandora's box. And so, the day that somebody, wanted to try to, yeah, play with Pandora's box, which could be a person, yeah, that's when, yeah, like it opened up and it unleashed the beast. So yeah, somebody, could be, like receiving, like information, about these people is also what I'm picking up. That could be why somebody or some people feel like that they're a threat. But I really feel like like somebody listened to other people. Yep. And somebody's excessive bragging definitely, yeah, leads to some type of public embarrassment out here. So somebody, could be about to go through some type of public embarrassment. That could be a part of, like a lesson. But yep, somebody's selfish decisions are definitely, yeah, haunting them every day out here. Somebody could be a Pisces, Aries, Cusper. That stage death really threw me for a loop. It's giving me, especially with that stage death and this pulling on energy, this is like somebody doing some type of spell work, to cause, like, yeah, like an accident. We got a Capricorn, so there's a Capricorn involved. Somebody could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusper. Somebody's first, middle, last name can start with an A. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, should have been careful how they use their words. Yeah, so somebody's been projecting, so yeah, what you put into the universe, yeah, you get out. It's something about, yeah, some deadly words. I'm also picking up too that, yeah, going back to, like somebody being a healer. So yeah, somebody, somebody needs to know that, yeah, like their words hold power. So it's either, like somebody's words could help, to heal, or somebody's words could help to damage. But I feel like that, yeah, this could be somebody, that, yeah, like they could be a healer, or, they have some type of spiritual power, and yeah, like they could have literally, yeah, use, their words in a bad way, or somebody, that, yeah, like they're held to a different standard. So this is like, like, yeah, like somebody, that is supposed to be operating, like, yeah, as a light worker, or, like something of that nature, and yeah, like whoever this person is, because they're in a dark place, they choose, to, yeah, go to the dark side, instead of, yeah, like staying on the light side, and just allowing, like their spiritual team to work. And so, yeah, they could have used, like their words, like in a bad way, because I always say that, yeah, like when it comes to, like black magic and spells, yeah, words, yeah, can be used as spells, every, like, when it comes to black magic and spells, it don't all necessarily have to do, with blood and, wishbones and, whatever else, that somebody uses, when it comes to, like conjuring up their special recipes. Yeah, words, yeah, if you project enough negativity, yeah, it can be considered as black magic and spells. But heavy Capricorn out here. We got an Aries. We got money spell. So somebody, could have done some type of money spell out here. We got begging and pleading. I feel like that, yeah, somebody, they could be finding out, that they should have been careful how they use their words. Now, whoever this is, they could be begging and pleading. This could be, yeah, begging and pleading, for God to help them. Somebody definitely, yeah, is begging and pleading for some help, or they're going to be. But whoever this is, yeah, they were bragging. So, yeah, they should have been careful how they use their words. So it goes from, yeah, like somebody, going on the other side thinking that the grass is greener, and then, yeah, for a short time, yeah, it could have felt like the grass was greener until, yeah, stuff started happening. So, yeah, they was over there bragging, gossiping, lying, spreading rumors or whatever they were doing. And now, yeah, they find out that, yeah, like the people, that were on that side, yeah, like they were really against them, or, yeah, like they're not even happy for them or whatever have you. And so, yeah, they try to come back, to the other side, and, yeah, beg and plead. But this is also too, yeah, like somebody, like going back to, yeah, like somebody's, claims to be of the light side, and then, yeah, when stuff, gets, rough for them, then they, yeah, go to the dark side. They do dark stuff, and so, yeah, the dark, could be overtaking this person now. And now, yeah, they're begging and pleading, God, please pull me out of the dark, or, please, this is somebody that could have tried to drag somebody to the dark side, but they just didn't know that, yeah, like somebody's light is too bright for the dark side, Somebody, yeah, the person that I'm picking up on, yeah, their light is so bright, if they go to the dark side ain't gonna be dark no more. So even the devil is like, nah, they can't come in here. Like, what's wrong with you? As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm about to get you, for trying to drag them over here. So somebody, could be avoiding somebody now. Or, yeah, that's a part of, like them trying to teach somebody a lesson, trying to avoid somebody, teaching them a lesson by gossiping about somebody, whatever they were doing. Ooh, we got a funeral. So, going back to, yeah, somebody should have been careful how they use their words, because they hold power. So something about, yeah, like somebody, so yeah, life altering decision. It could have something to do with a funeral, but we did see stage death. So somebody, could have been bragging, yeah, y'all gonna be seeing a funeral in a couple of days, y'all gonna be going to a funeral in a couple of days. Yeah, it could be. But it ain't the person, that, yeah, like they thought it was gonna be. I don't know. Something about somebody's father, because, yeah, keep seeing the father. But this is also giving me too, yeah, yeah, the Most High God. Somebody don't like the fact that somebody brags, about God. That's crazy. So I don't know, if like somebody mad because it's kind of like going back to the person, so they're like, when stuff happens, when like they get out of it, the first thing that they say is, but if it wasn't for me, or whatever have you, instead of, I know that God did it, you know versus, like somebody else, like when they, have obstacles to overcome, uh when they overcome those obstacles, thank you God, thank you God for bringing me out, thank you God for, giving me this money, to, pay my electric bill. Somebody mad. I feel like somebody, literally, could have, used, some choice words when it comes to God. But it goes back to what? Yesterday, somebody committing blasphemy. We got twin flame relationships are rare. So somebody's twin flame could be involved. I don't know, somebody's twin flame could pass away. Somebody, could have been bragging, about doing something to somebody's twin flame. Somebody's twin flame, could find out about it. But this is also giving me too, like, like somebody, I know you're my twin flame. I know you're the one for me, Somebody's a narcissist. I don't know. Somebody, could be bragging, because I'm also picking up a different scenario. Somebody, could be bragging, about, like their twin flame or their person. This could be like a divine counterpart. And there is somebody, in their life, that, like they don't like it. It could be an ex, So that could be, the threats that I was picking up, threatening to do something to somebody. Because somebody definitely, has been pushed back past the breaking point out here. Or this is like, God being pushed past the breaking point. I don't know. Somebody's twin flame, could push God past the breaking point. Yep. Now somebody's trapped. But it goes back to, trapped in the dark side. I feel like somebody definitely, could have been bragging about, like something, that they have done. And I feel like that whatever it is that they have done, I feel like it's something bad that wasn't supposed to, like be out, like, like whatever, they're bragging about, like it was supposed to be kept secret. But we got spilled the tea. So somebody could be about to spill the tea out here. Somebody, could possibly, like make some type of conscious decision, like to spill some type of tea out here. But it's something about, like somebody making a conscious decision, So, like even if it was indecisive, they were still conscious. They weren't unconscious or, they didn't know what decision that they were making. They knew exactly what decision, that they were making. So it goes back to, life-altering decision. Somebody's first or last name could start with a K. Something about an AK. I don't know. Somebody could have, like a weapon at a funeral. Somebody, could have been bragging about, like having a weapon out here. But AK is a big one. But we got boomerang. So the boomerang returns back to who sent it. So somebody's bragging, could boomerang. Or, something, that somebody, could have been doing, boomerang. Somebody was trying to get somebody trapped. Now they're trapped. Yep. We got the future. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have been bragging, you know. So this is like somebody trying to stage a death or somebody trying to do something for money. And they're like, yeah, I know my future is going to be bright, you know, because this plan is going to work, you know. Yeah, but Epic fail. We already saw Epic fail. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. We got a mother. Something about a future mother. Somebody, you know, yeah, like, it's giving me somebody, you know, that, yeah, that thought that they couldn't have a child, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, is going to, yeah, like get pregnant, you know, but like in the future, you know, so this could be like in 2 years, you know, this could be like in, you know, 2 months. Mm-hmm. But somebody's mother is involved in something. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be a star or well known. We have Future out here. Future is a rapper. Somebody could be a rapper. But something about, yeah. So, of course, you know, rappers, you know, yeah, when they rap in their songs, you know, yeah, they're talking about stuff. So, I don't know. This could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like some rap lyrics. Mm-hmm. But you could be seeing the angel number 888. Somebody definitely, yeah, lives at Karma Drive. And, yeah, karma is at somebody's door out here. Somebody don't have no support out here. It's a bitter ex. Somebody's mother, somebody's bitter ex. This is also giving me too, you know, yeah, going back to, you know, like people gossiping, spreading rumors, you know, lying. And there's a bitter ex that definitely is involved. Mm-hmm. Whoever this bitter ex is, they could be trying to win somebody back out here. Somebody definitely is worrying about their future. Somebody could be trying to win somebody back, you know, and they've been bragging about it. And yeah, like some people are mad. People definitely, yeah, could be panicking about it. Whoever this is, they could be trying to win somebody back. They could be panicking. Mm-hmm. There's also some people, you know, that, yeah, they're trapped in something. And it could be because somebody used some type of illegal documents. And these illegal documents were used to commit multiple crimes out here. So somebody, you know, could have been bragging about that. Somebody could be born in the 90s. We got new news. So this could be, you know, like some new information. Somebody's bitter ex could find out some new information. Somebody's bitter ex could find out, you know, that, yeah, somebody, you know, could be trying to win somebody back. And so, yeah, they could be, you know, like trying to do some stuff, you know, to, yeah, stop somebody, you know, from, yeah, moving forward. But whoever this is that could be trying to win somebody back, they definitely, yeah, they didn't give somebody any support. That could be that, you know, the person, yeah, the lack of reciprocation as person. But we got 1992, so yeah, somebody definitely is born in the 90s. We got home foreclosure. So somebody, you know, could be panicking about their home being foreclosed on. We got set them up. So somebody, you know, could find out that they were set up. Somebody, you know, could find out that a bitter ex set them up. So whoever, you know, is resonating with this message, just know that, yeah, you are not the problem. So whoever this is, I feel like that, yeah, there's multiple people, you know, around this person that try to make you the problem. And this person, you know, could be realizing that, yeah, like, you are not the problem. It could have been, yeah, like a lot of gossiping, a lot of lies, a lot of rumors, you know, that were spread or said about you. But whoever these people are, they should have been careful how they use their words. Yep. Because whatever, these people have done, epic fail. Epic fail when they, thought that they, that their bragging, possibly, was going to cause somebody public embarrassment out here. Mm-hmm. We got 30s. So somebody, could be in their 30s out here. I feel like like when somebody decided to open up Pandora's box, this could be, with the words that they should have been careful with using, or this could be, like trying to play, with somebody and they didn't know that, like somebody, was a walking Pandora's box. I feel like a whole lot of stuff has started to take place in somebody's life. This is like, like when somebody decided to like listen to other people, instead of, like listening, like to their own intuition, or listening, to, like their spiritual team. That's when, like a whole lot of stuff started to take place for whoever this is. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yep. The need for approval has them in a financial bind. So that could be what whoever this is could be realizing. Mm-hmm. But we got tears of joy. So somebody definitely, could be about to, cry tears of joy out here. There's somebody that definitely, could be aging by the day out here. I feel like it's because, they're worried, they're panicking, they're, somebody's mother could be aging by the day as well. But somebody definitely is afraid to make a decision out here. It could have something to do, with, like a family member. But going back to, the life-altering decision. Mm-hmm. Somebody, whoever this is, they're praying for a miracle. They're also praying for forgiveness out here. But when it comes going back to the card that we read, where it basically said, like your prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. So that could be, why somebody, is about to cry tears of joy. So somebody, could have been praying for some type of miracle. And I feel like like there's a miracle, like is going to happen for somebody. Mm-hmm. But there's somebody or some people that definitely are stuck and lost without somebody's energy out here. If somebody, has been praying for a miracle or something like that, I feel like they were already warned, So this is like, like you don't get no more, miracles. You don't get no more wishes granted. Your prayers don't, they're no longer being heard. I feel like that they were warned, but somebody was already warned about, like getting up in somebody's energy. So somebody's stuck and lost without somebody's energy. So they've been praying for a miracle, or they've been, praying, for whatever they've been praying for, and like it's not working. And so somebody definitely, could be trying to pull on somebody's energy. Well, the moving forward card is in the reverse, so they can pull on somebody's energy all day. It's not going to cause them to move forward. As a matter of fact, that could have caused, Pandora's box to open. Mm-hmm. Yep. Whoever this is, they don't take rejection well. That narcissist energy. But whoever this is, they don't take rejection well. They scared to make decisions. Mm-hmm. So they make indecisive decisions. Or they make decisions based off of what other people say. And this is somebody that definitely could have used hateful and defaming words to cause some type of damage. Mm-hmm. Or this is somebody that they listen to hateful and defaming words about somebody, and they know that it could cause damage. So there are some hidden family issues that are coming to the surface out here. Mm-hmm. I feel like with this warned, somebody could have warned somebody like, yeah, you might want to stay up out of my energy, you know. I'm not that, my energy ain't the energy that you want. Somebody was like, oh, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. But I feel like, yeah, like somebody already had the chance, you know, already had, you know, like a taste of somebody's energy. So, yeah. But going back to, yeah, like somebody, you know, thinking that they're playing with somebody, yeah. And yeah, like hidden issues start coming to the surface, you know. But for somebody, yes, there's some hidden family issues that are coming to the surface. There's somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, celebrated too soon out here. Cause somebody or some people thought that, yeah, like they could outsmart somebody. We got make the news, or something, you know, could make the news out here. Yep, and somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their energy is being restored. While somebody's energy is being restored, yeah, somebody needs to know that their ascended masters surround them as well. Somebody thought that they could outsmart somebody. They just didn't know that, yeah, somebody has guardian angels that surround them, you know. Somebody, you know, yeah, they receive ancestor visits. Somebody's ascended masters surround them. We got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or there's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius involved. Yeah, somebody thought that they could outsmart somebody when they decided to infiltrate somebody's dreams and their energy. So yeah, somebody was warned. Somebody was warned. We got an Aquarius, a Leo, a Aries, heavy Aquarius. Wow, we got warrant for their arrest. So somebody could be about to receive a warrant for their arrest out here. Somebody, you know, could be praying for a miracle because of this warrant for their arrest. It could be multiple people that could receive a warrant for their arrest. But I feel like because somebody's ascended master surround them, because, yeah, somebody's guardian angels, you know, surround them, yeah, somebody's protected out here. We got a passed over family member. So there could be a warrant for arrest, and it has something to do with a passed over family member. Somebody done something. Somebody's mother definitely is involved. If there is somebody or some people that were trying to infiltrate somebody's dreams and energy, yeah, there's a passed over family member that was like, yeah, I think the freak not. I don't know. For somebody, this could be, yeah, like somebody's father. We got an apology without change is manipulation. So somebody possibly, yeah, could try to apologize out here. But I feel like yeah, like nothing is going to change. Or, you know, somebody, you know, has brought forth some type of apology. But, yeah, like they haven't changed. This is like, you know, like somebody praying for forgiveness, you know. And, you know, yeah, like, you know, like apologizing, you know, for, yeah, some stuff that they have done. You know, this could be to other people. But, yeah, like they continue to do it to other people. I feel like this Passover family member could be somebody else's Passover family member. And they're, yeah, like livid with whoever this is. Somebody, you know, could be cleaning up their act out here. Now they want to. I feel like that, yeah, like whoever this message is for, you could be cleaning up your act, you know what I mean? So, like, you could be healing, you know, you could be, yeah, changing, you know, like, the way that you see stuff, you know, you could be changing your diet, you know, you could be, you know, like, doing anything, yeah, to, you know, to stay, you know, like, high vibing, you know, you could be doing whatever you're doing, you know, because, yeah, you operate in your North Node now. But whoever this is, that, yeah, like, claims to be cleaning up their act, they're definitely mad because you healed. Somebody, you know, was afraid to make some type of decision, and it has something to do with, yeah, healing. But we already talked about that. This is somebody that's mad because you healed, and this is somebody that, yeah, they're stuck and lost without your energy. This could be, you know, like an ex-lover. This could be, yeah, bitter ex. This could be, you know, family members. I don't know. But they were warned. And there definitely could be a bully that's being put in their place. So somebody's a bully out here. Somebody's been bullying somebody. Somebody, could have been bullying somebody because, somebody healed. Wow. Yeah. Whoever this bully is, they could be having wild thoughts about their outcome. Because they use hateful and defaming words to try to cause some type of damage. It could be multiple people that could be having wild thoughts about their outcome. So I feel like going back to words. Whatever these words that were spoken about somebody, it could have been lies, because we do have a pathological liar out here. I feel like was trying to, get somebody trapped. Only for, whoever these people are to have a warrant for their arrest. So, there's some hidden family issues that are coming to the surface. It could be because, people are arguing about you. There are some people that are having an argument about you because they thought that they could outsmart you. But again, they just didn't know that, you're not alone. You got ascended masters that surround you. You get ancestor visits, you receive spiritual downloads. You have guardian angel protection as well. They could also be arguing about you because, they know that the ball is in your court. Yep. They're feeling anxious and they're feeling insecure. I feel like the people, one of the things that they said about somebody was insecure and anxious. How? When somebody's healing? Make that make sense. But the need for approval definitely has somebody or some people in a bind. So be aware, because somebody could try to bring forth some type of apology. But they ain't changed, or they're not gonna change. It's just manipulation. So there's somebody or some people that they could find out that they met their match. Whoever this bully is that's being put in their place. This could be somebody spiritually putting this bully in their place. Or this is somebody when it comes to this bully being put in their place. It's like somebody healing. Somebody continuing to move forward. Somebody continuing to overcome obstacles. That they said that somebody couldn't do or wouldn't do. Yep. So, whoever these people are, somebody's being told to, keep them at arm's length because they can't be trusted. Yep. There's somebody or some people that definitely, got paid to expose some information. Now they're feeling insecure and anxious about, and they're having wild thoughts about their outcome. Yep. There definitely were multiple people that were secretly united in a plot to go against you out here. To be honest, for somebody, whoever this past over family member is, they literally could be telling me, what's been going on. Because that's what I'm picking up as well. We got Aries season. So something, could have happened in Aries season. There could have been multiple people that were secretly united in a plot to go against you in Aries season or since Aries season. There's some type of karmic cycle that definitely is ending out here. So keep them at arm's length because they can't be trusted. Because there is somebody or some people that definitely could be trying to act like that they're empathetic, but it's only when it's convenient for them. So because they having wild thoughts about their action, they're gonna try to act like that they're empathetic to what's been taking place. Which I feel like there's somebody that's gonna act like that they didn't know, but like they knew the whole time. We got text message or email. So we definitely did pick up on something about an email. I don't know, somebody could have gotten paid to expose like some type of text messages or like some email or something like that. We got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So again, you could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or there's one involved. I feel like whoever these people that are arguing about somebody, yeah, they basically said that, yeah, somebody can't be trusted. And I feel like that, yeah, whoever this is, that could be, like putting a bully in their place, or, they could, be going through some type of realizations. They know that, yeah, like somebody, could be trusted out here. These people lied on somebody. So yeah, somebody's being told, to continue to stay strong, continue to, like stay consistent out here. Yep, because there's somebody or some people that finally knows everything that was done to you. So we got big apology. So somebody, could receive, like some type of big apology out here. Yeah. Because there is somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, celebrated too soon. And whoever these people are that celebrated too soon, yeah, they will watch you reap what you have sown. But there's also, yeah, people, in this situation that, yeah, people will watch them reap what they have sown. Yeah, somebody, could have forged somebody else's signature on multiple documents. So somebody, yeah, they definitely could get caught, with a pen in their hand out here. Yep. Whoever these people are, they lack discipline and focus. I feel like these people celebrated too soon because they thought that they could outsmart somebody. So that they thought that they could, cause somebody to be unfocused, or cause somebody to be, like undisciplined. Or they were trying to cause, do stuff to, yeah, get somebody, like off their mark, yeah, get somebody, to stop focusing, on, yeah, keep cleaning up their life, getting, like their life in order. So we got an epiphany. So somebody, could have some type of epiphany. Somebody could have a sudden realization or a moment of clarity where they understand something in a new way. And it could be whoever, is putting a bully in their place. Or it could be, whoever, finally knows, like what was done to somebody. They could have an epiphany that, yeah, there's people around them that, yeah, were causing nothing but problems out here. But there were people that, yeah, they swore up and down that somebody was nothing but problems. But we saw that, yeah, somebody needs to know that they're not the problem. So you could be seeing the angel number 999. Yeah, it's the wrap up. It's the ending. Wow. So we got snapped. Mental breakdown. So somebody you could snap. Somebody, could have some type of mental breakdown out here. But that Snapped, y'all know the Snapped movie. I mean the Snapped TV show, so yeah. I don't know. Somebody, could be ending something with somebody, and it could cause them to have some type of mental breakdown. But when it comes, to, yeah, like, like somebody having to communicate, or, this could be, yeah, like somebody making some type of life-altering, like decision. Somebody's being told to keep their cool and respond rationally out here. Somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, they're protected spiritually and physically. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a U. We got Virgo season. Somebody, could, yeah, have some type of mental breakdown, like now, even though we're in Libra season, but Virgo season, just passed. Yep. Whoever these people are, yeah, they've hit a dead end. They're going nowhere. And so, yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could have to make some type of big life-altering decision out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, they want a secret to remain hidden as well. We got a baby mother, so there's a baby mother involved. Somebody's baby mother could have a warrant for their arrest. Somebody's baby mother could snap, have some type of mental breakdown. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to check themselves, but in reality, they already wrecked themselves. Or, yeah, it's multiple people that could be trying to check themselves, but in reality, they already wrecked themselves. Yep. And somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their ancestors are getting them prepared for something. Be aware of, yeah, a master of deception. It's giving me, yeah, that narcissist energy. Because somebody definitely, yeah, made some type of false reports against somebody. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yep, and somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, somebody's not telling them something. So I feel like that, yeah, with this sit down and have a conversation, yeah, they could possibly, yeah, want to tell somebody something, but we did see confession. We got a divine masculine, so yeah, this could be somebody's divine masculine, you know. Somebody, a bitter ex, a baby mama, whoever, they could have made false reports against somebody's divine masculine. Something about 10 years. Some, you know, somebody could have been knowing, somebody for 10 years. Somebody could receive 10 years. Yeah. Court arraignment. So something about, yeah, like somebody having to make some type of big life altering decision, and it can have something to do with, yeah, like 10 years. We got a Gemini, so yeah, there's a Gemini involved. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, your happiness is definitely, yeah, driving people crazy. The color yellow could be significant. Yeah. Caution. Yeah, use caution. Find out more information before moving forward out here. Because there definitely, yeah, could be somebody in this situation that definitely, yeah, wants to make somebody codependent on them. So somebody just needs to be aware. But we got bad news received. So somebody done received some bad news out here. Now somebody wants to bring forth some type of big apology. But yeah, no one is exempt. So somebody done received some bad news that no one is exempt from whatever's about to take place. So yes, there is some people that, yeah, they're in a lose-lose situation out here. Yep, because somebody was missing the signs. Or people were missing the signs. I feel like, yeah, whoever, was missing the signs, it could be about, yeah, what was going on around them. They could have, been missing the signs about who somebody is, So, like they could have been being shown signs of who somebody is, and they weren't paying attention. This is like somebody walking around like that they're just all this and all that, Not realizing, that, yeah, like the person, that they, were using hateful and defaming words against, yeah, they're a chosen one. They're a light worker, yeah. They're the real deal. Yep. But somebody or some people definitely, yeah, they were looking for a come up. So be aware of, yeah, somebody or some people, yeah, trying to gaslight their way out, especially the person, that they knew the whole time, but they could act like that they didn't know the whole time. And so, yeah, somebody's being told to accept what's coming with grace and gratitude. Because somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their ancestors, are getting them prepared for something special out here. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.